I say, I'm Shanna.
I'm Shanna, and this is my story.
I'm Shanna, and this is my story. So I think that people reserve the idea of being in love for romantic relationships, and I don't think that's necessarily true. I think friendships have the same love capacity, and it just manifests in different ways. And I realized this during a time when a friendship was ending, and I went through years of not having women friends. Most of the friends I had were men, and I think a lot of that was because of performing. And at the time that I started, the majority of the poets I was around were men poets. And my whole circle is just artists. And I became intentional about developing women friendships or friendships with women because I don't know, I felt like I needed the nurturing energy, I needed the love energy, and not to say that they didn't have that, but there's a different way that women do it as opposed to men. And it was something that I realized I wanted. And also, men get married and move on, and you still have all this friendship. And in my mind, when you become friends with women, there's a different kind of longevity that you have access to um, that I also needed. So, a few years ago, when a friendship ended that I thought was probably going to be one of those forever friendships, and God laughs at your plans, um, I was really heartbroken. And it was probably the second time in my life where I ended a friendship with a friend, and it hurt just as much as any other relationship. And what I realized I started feeling was like, I'm just not going to make any new friends. Hashtag no new friends. I was over it. And I really had to take a minute because what I realized also was that there were people who were calling and checking on me. During this time, it was when my grandmother passed away, and I was grieving her in addition to multiple other family members, all elders who passed away. And my job laid everybody off that was in my position, and everything went crazy. So when that friendship ended, it was just too much. And I remember realizing one day that there were friends who called me. There were friends who made sure I had what I needed. I had girlfriends dropping off food and, and making sure that, I went out and I ate and I was doing what I needed to do. And I was so focused on one person that I was prepared to just not so much ignore, but probably not acknowledge the efforts and the energy of the other ones. And so part of my process was to receive that and match that with the people who were offering it. And it was during this time that I got booked to read a poem about women to a group of women. And I was like, seriously? Okay. And so it is called An Ode to Queens. And I think it was really honest about where I was at the moment, but also where I wanted to be. So, An Ode to Queens. We greet one another with offerings of love. We call each other sis stars, acknowledging the light that beams through our spirit and into this connection. There is praise in our welcoming. People stop and stare at the sound, rejoicing from our lips, and we unapologetically bask in it. Is a Black girl, woman, elder proverb. It means there is injustice here. It means watch out because there might be injustice everywhere. If someone doesn't fix it, Jesus, it means they are trifling. It means watch out. It means I see you. We call and begin our conversation like the last was never complete. Girl is a black girl, woman, elder proverb. It means hello. It means listen. It means it was crazy and I can't wait to tell you. It means what a shame. It means I am devastated. It means I am delighted. It means I need you right now. We want to see each other happy, getting all the kisses, support, attention, and joy that our heart desires. We know that it is hard to mend the cracks, but it is not impossible. We remind the other that there is life after loss, life after defeat. We remind the other that we only need ourselves to exist as ourselves, and all else is a compliment. So, what of mourning the living and the sisters who beam from up high? When the phone no longer rings or has an answer, when the passenger seat is empty, when she no longer checks to see if you are all right, when the greetings are silent and the stare is loud, when we reach for silhouettes and it feels like the beam burned out. Whatever is a black girl, woman, elder proverb. It means not today, Satan. It means we aren't going to deal with hurt feelings right now. It means there is an expiration date on my indifference. It means this too shall pass. Please, I hope it has to. Over time, we convince ourselves that love has a capacity, that being in love is reserved for lovers, but nobody we truly love has the basic version of our hearts. Our hearts are not made to be basic. There is no shame in meeting her and wanting to tell her first, in feeling like family is more than blood and genes. But it is also choice and commitment. It is responsibility. It is always wanting her to beam in your direction as you return the light. There is power in sisters. We illuminate the days that can feel like dark nights. We can illuminate the ways our work takes us to new heights. We are who gather the love offerings, tuck them behind the other's ear. We are who gather the love offerings, tuck them behind the other's ear, making our sister see how beautiful she is when paralleled with nature. We depart with offerings of love. Sister, a black girl, woman, elder proverb. The ah offering breath. It means freedom. It is not having to alter who we are. It means we can be loved to the bone. It means I've got your back. It means you've got my too. It means I love you. It means I love you. It means I love you.